I'm not going to come in here and be like, oh, he needs some throat coat. Man, my aura's off today.
But at the same time, we take it very seriously, but we very seriously go out of our way to have the best time we possibly can.
There is a thing called the music business.
See, being a musician is incredible. Making music is incredible. The music business is the worst place on earth. It's everyone is out to get theirs, and when you're moving between different things, it creates a lot of problems. So it was predominantly just legal stuff and trying to put this band in a position where we can make music.
You take 4 guys from 4 different labels, 4 different managements, and it gets very tough. And one of the things that we're most proud of is that we did beat the system, you know? It's a very tough thing, I mean, to do that and to put yourself out there, and like for Danny, you know, to almost have to take, you know, a step back to make something work. But we believed in this from the beginning. It's what we've always wanted to do, to play in a band with your best friends and make the music that you want. That's the thing that you dream about your whole life. Most people that play in bands are not necessarily always happy. They don't necessarily get along with people that are in their bands, you know, and we're very lucky that we have that.
Yeah. Touring for as many as we have, we've witnessed it firsthand.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of bands where, I mean, there's a few that not one person in the band actually wants to be doing that, but they won't tell anyone else in the band. So it's like 4 or 5 people with a secret as they want to do something else, and it's, why would you do that? This is all about creation. It's art. It's supposed to be passion. It's supposed to be heart and soul. We're supposed to love what we do. Otherwise, what's the point?
And I think if you watch one of our shows, you know, we go out, we laugh, we have a good time, you know, and that maybe could be construed as like you're not taking it seriously, but Van Halen, man, Eddie had a smile this big. They had a great time. Music, rock and roll and metal is a community, right? Look at Pantera. They went out and they kicked it because they could play their instruments and they had a great time. That's the same way we are. Every time I take the stage, I have the best time playing with my buddies and just tearing it up.
It has its upsides and downsides. Yes, it gets us access to
great people like yourself.
Yeah, it gets us access to things that purely because we know people, because we've been all separately doing this for so long. But at the same time, it doesn't affect it at all, because this is...
Honestly, it's like a new band.
Yeah, and people
really
treat
is.
it that way, and we're actually very thankful for it.
When we first put this together, you know, it was like, oh, you know, the Asking Alexandria fans would get mad, or the rock fans would get mad, or different people would get mad and stuff like that. I got mad when you think about it, like when David Lee Roth would leave Van Halen. I can only imagine what fans thought. Or like in my generation, you know, when Ace Frehley reunited with Kiss and then he was no longer with Kiss and Tommy Thayer came in, you know, you're like, wait, that's not Ace Frehley, you know? But it happens, man. These things happen in music, and for me, I always want the artist to have a fun time doing it. We got to hang out with Sammy Hagar and Michael Lance the other day. And those dudes just walked in and put their arms around us, brought us in their inner circle, and I was like, these guys are legends, but they live for the rock and roll and they live for the music. And we're like, if we ever get a chance to be even a quarter of that cool, we're doing something right.
The whole thing with being a rock star is you go and you influence people to want to do it. My first show ever, Bon Jovi, I saw it and I was like, that's what I want to do with my life.
Yep.
That's what a rock star
The other night
is.
when we were in Nashville, this guy, we're just telling you tons of stories now. Some people came out to our show, you know, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, we love you guys, you know, and they were playing an acoustic thing the next day down the street. So we held bus call and we went down there and went to their acoustic show, and they were like, couldn't believe that we would show up to their acoustic. We're like, are you kidding me? I want to hear what you have to play. You know, they were so good, man. They were better than us. They were so good, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Will Ferrell.
And now I'm Kevin Hart.
You need to subscribe to
Louder Noise.
now.
Do it.